Welcome to our foundation channel from class 8th mathematics chapter number 9 is interest. So here we two topics we'll discuss in this chapter, simple interest and compound interest. So simple interest concepts as well as compound interest concepts. So let me explain each and everything in this chapter. So those are watching the first time, you can see the links in description below. So about the material notes also you can find out. Right. So these are the topics I'll explain here. First, let us see the basic formulas based on this interest in simple and compound interest, and to find the principal, rate, percent, and time based on the review formulas. And compound interest, we have three ways: compound interest by using simple interest method, and interest compounded off yearly, like annually, half yearly, those type, and compound interest by using the formula. Right. These are the topics we'll see. First, when you see the word interest, okay, before compound interest, let us see the simple interest. Is the interest is always depends on principal, rate, percent, and time. So, how much time you are taking that amount, and what is the rate percentage, and what is the basic value? There is a principal amount. Principal, it is the money borrowed or some lent, right? And when you come to this rent, rate or rate percentage is on for every 100, and the time is always calculated on the years. So the formula is I is equals to P into R into T by 100. P is the principal amount, R is the rate percent, T is the time. This is always in years, and divide by 100. Okay, this is the basic formula already studied from class 6th, 7th also. PTR by 100 or PRT by 100. Okay, so based on this we can make other formulas. If you want only the P value, if you want P value 100 into I by RT. Same way, if you want R value 100I by PT and T value 100I by other two values. So among these three, we can take any other values also by taking this. Right? P is equals to 100 by RT. Same way, R is equals to 100I by PT and T is equals to 100I by PR. So we can make these, but these are the basic and important formula. Right? Let us see some basic question in this. Then we'll go for the topic wise. Find the simple interest on rupees 1300 from December 23, 2002 to May 18, 2003 at 7.5% per annum. So if they'll give direct number of years, we can calculate. But in this question, they give so and so date to date. So we can find out December 23 to till May 18, same year. So we need to find out the number of days first. Then only number of years we can find out. So number of days if you want to calculate. So in December 23 to till end of the December 31st. So 8 days. That means the starting day will not included. Always remember the date which is starts, that will not counted. But day with ends, it will be counted. That means 24 onwards. 24 to till 31st. Next January. Okay, we have the days. So January is 31. Again February. Next year is 2003. No, it's not a leap year. So 28. Again March 31. So April 30 days. And it is the month of May. May till 18th. So 18 also you counted. Even that 18th also will be counted. But its 23rd is not counted, remember. So 24th onwards 8 days it is. Right. So by adding this total we get 146 days. Okay. So as per the formula, now T is equals to 146 days. To convert into the years, 146 divided by 365 you can take. This will come into years. Right. Now you can use the interest is equal to PRT by 100. So I is equals to P is 1300. Rate percent is given 7 1 by 2. That means 2 7 the 14, 15 by 2. Write in improper fraction. Next, a time. Yes. Time we can calculate. 146 divided by 365 and divide by 100. Whole divide by 100. So just to calculate this, you'll get the answer. 146 and this 365. So 73 times table, no? So 2s are 5. 5 times 3. Mostly cancellation numbers only will get. Again 2 to get cancelled. 1300 into 3 by 100. So 39. Because hundreds are 13. 13 3s are 39. 39 rupees is the interest. So why I took this question is just whenever they're giving just the given number of days, we can take this days divided by 365 to convert to years. Right? They are the basic things. Let us start the find the principal, rate, percent, time with the different questions and examples. To find the principal, rate, percent, and time. So already we discussed the formula just now. So formula for interest, we know that PRT by 100. Also we can write these three ways. So P value is 100 into I by R into T. R is 100 into I by P into T, and T is 100 into I by P into R. That's principal and rate. So from this formula only we can get this. So if you know this, just based on that we can attempt remaining three values also. Right. Let us see these problems, how to apply in this. Is the question is find the rate of interest per year if the interest charged for 8 months be 0.06 times of the money borrowed. So this we can do in two ways. Let us take the money borrowed be rupees 100 because rate of interest you have to find out. So for this let rate of interest you have to find out, right? So money borrowed, that means P value let it be 100. Let P is equals to rupees 100. So principal amount, principal. Now interest. The interest charged for 8 months be 0.06 times borrowed. Interest charged. So interest is equals to 0.06 times money borrowed. So 0.06 times into money borrowed is 100. So 0.06 into 100 is 6. So 6 rupees is the interest now. Right. Next 8 months. Time is given here. So time is equals to 8 months. Always time should be in years. That is 8 by 12 in years. That is 2 by 3. 4 2s are 4 3s. 2 by 3 years. Right, we got the time. Next, rate of interest you have to find out. So actually the formula is I is equals to P into R into T by 100. Right, same from this only you can find out this rate of interest. So interest rate, that means R is equals to 100 into I by P into T. Yes, so we can use this formula now. Therefore R is equals to 100 into I, 100 into interest is 6 and divided by P into T. P is 100 and T is 2 by 3. You can calculate this. 100 cancel. 6 into 2 by 3 we can take reciprocal 3 by 2. Just simplify this. 2 times 3. 3 3 is a 9. Right. So 9% is the rate of interest. Same based on this sentence we found the interest and using this formula we got it. Right. Let us see one more question. Here is a problem. We can use in algebraic method also these problems. Let's take x and we can do it. Okay, let us see one problem like this. A sum of money lent out at 9% for 5 years produces twice as much interest as 4,800 in 4.5 years at 10%. Find the sum. First, let us take the required sum be x. So let's find the sum. Let required sum. Let required sum is equals to rupees x. Take this. According to the given statement, then is 9%. That means rate of interest is equals to 9% and time is given. That is 5 years. Right. Now we can find the value. So therefore, as per the statement, this is case 1, and one more, this one, the sum money lent out 9% for 5 years produce twice as much as the interest as for 4,800 in 4.5 years at 10%. Second case again, R is 10% and time is 4.5 years, right? And 4,800 is the p-value in this. That means you can make the statement like this. So X is the required sum, P into, and time R is 9 and time is 5, divide by 100. So this exactly equals to produce twice as much, so 2 times as much interest as for this amount. Now again interest formula, PTR by 100, that is 4,800 is the principal amount, and in this case time 4.5 years, no, 4 to 8, 9 by 2 years, yeah, 9 by 2 years, you can take this 9 by 2 times, again rate of interest is 10 by 100, divide by 100, right? You can calculate, you get the x value from this. So this is the statement, 2 times twice, given no, twice as much interest as for this data again. So principal, time and R, interest will get. So first case interest is twice to second case interest. So first one is equal to 2 times the second. You can simplify this full sum, 5 table 20, then 9 into x, 9x by 20 is this side, can cancel this, 48, so 2 to get cancelled. Now 48 times 9 into 10 from this x value, 48 into 9 into 10 times 9 by 20, no, so 20 by 9, reciprocal this, cancel this 9 9, finally 48 into 2, 9600. So 9,600 is the required sum. So this is the sum with this 9% 5 years. This is double to this second case interest, right? So make the statement by using the formula. Same previous formulas used, no? Using these formulas, you can make the statement and you can solve these questions. Right? To find out the principal, rate, percent and time, just use these other formulas, and main thing is I is equals to P into R into T by 100. And next let us see the compound interest. This is the basic of the simple interest. Now using simple interest method, how to find out the compound interest and compounded half yearly. Again compound interest using the direct formulas. Let us see now. Compound interest by using simple interest method. So without using the formula, those we'll see later. First using simple interest concept, how to find out the compound interest. Before that, let us take one example. If you borrow rupees 100 from the bank and imagine there is a 5% rate of interest. So after 1 year, 5 rupees interest plus principal is 100. 100 plus 5. So 105 is the amount, but interest is rupees 5. Every year we'll get 5 rupees as interest. But when you come to this compound interest, second year, first year is 5 rupees, second year is 5 rupees, every year 5 rupees will get as interest. But when you come to the compound interest, interest will be increased because for second year the principal becomes 105. But in simple interest, every year the principal is 100 itself. But in compound interest, whatever interest is got now, that will be added in the principal, the total becomes as the amount for the next year. So there's a difference in this case. That's why money is said to be lent at compound interest when at end of the year or some fixed period, the interest is not paid to the money lender directly. So but is added to the sum lent and amount that's obtained becomes the principal for the next period. So let us see the example clearly. So that means compound interest is final amount minus original principal. So every year will be added interest. So amount minus principal is the compound interest. Amount minus principal. This concept you'll understand clearly using this example. I'll show each and every step by step clearly here. Calculate the amount and compound interest on rupees 8,000 for 3 years at 5% per annum. for 3 years. So that means for first year we are supposed to calculate first year the principal is, so p value rupees 8,000 and rate percent, so 5%, and time, so time we should take 1 year, total 3 years. So for the first year it's a 1 year, every year one will take, right? In this case interest will calculate first. Interest is equals to p into r into t by 100, right? The formula, that is 8,000 into rate of interest is 5, time for 1 year by 100. This if you calculate you get 400, right? So this is the interest at the end of the first year. Now the amount is principal plus interest, p plus I. So principal is 8,000 plus interest we got end of the 1 year 400. So total amount is 8,400. So 8,400 is the amount for the first year, end of the first year. Now for second year, observe, for the second year now principal becomes, first year amount becomes second year principal. So now principal is rupees 8,400. Okay, that is the main difference you notice here. Again rate of interest is same 5%, and time is also 1 year only, because the second year, not two, second year, second complete 1 year. That's why time is 1 year. Only the difference is first year amount becomes second year principal. Right. Now we can calculate the interest for the second year. So as per the rule here, interest is PRT by 100. So 8,400 5 into 1 by 100. This you can calculate. So rupees 420. So 0 cancel, 84 5 420. That means interest is increasing, you observe. First year interest is 400, second year interest we got 420. Now amount is equals to same, the P plus I. This second year principal is 8,400 now, plus 420 is interest. Therefore total, so 8,820. Now for the third year, because asking for 3 years, right? For third year, same, now you observe the p value. Always remember previous year amount becomes next year principal. Now the principal for the third year is rupees 8,820. Same rate of interest is 5%, and time is equals to 1 year. Third year, no, so 1 it is third year. Don't take 3, so 1. Now just use the same concept. Here you can find out the interest. So interest is equals to, in this case, PRT by 100. So 8,820 into 5 into 1 by 100. This you can calculate. So 441. Okay, 0 0 cancel, 5 1s are 5 2s are cancel, 441. Interest is 441. Now amount. So at the end of the third year, amount is again P plus I. So third year principal plus third year interest total. That is 8,820 plus 441. You can simplify, that is 9,261. Right. So final, at the end of the third year, the final amount is 9,261. Right. Now we can find out the compound interest. Therefore CI, compound interest is the final amount minus original principal. Right, final amount is 9,216 minus original principal is starting given the question, that is P 8,000. 8,000 is the original principal, 8,000 is subtract, that is the compound interest. So rupees 1,261. So any number of years, just repeat the same process. Always remember First year data you can take, but time important. Time is only 1 year. Don't take 3. Every year you are calculate interest. That interest will be added in the principal to get the amount for the first year. That amount becomes second year principal. So here is a first year amount is 8,400. That became for the principal for the second year, right? It's matching. Same way. So second year amount is this. It coming to the third year principal. Every year. How many years are there? It will be repeat same. Finally, the last one is the final amount minus original principal. If you subtract, you'll get the compound interest, right? So this is the compound interest using only the simple interest method. And same concept how to find out the compounded half yearly also, let us see now. Interest compounded half yearly. So in this compound interest, calculating the interest half yearly concept using this simple interest method only, let us see. Instead of using formula, how to calculate the interest compounded half yearly. Let me take one question. Example, calculate the amount and compound interest. Calculate amount and compound interest. Both you have to calculate on rupees 8,000 for 1 year at 10% per annum. 10% per annum. So compounded half yearly. This word is mentioned in this. Compounded half yearly. Yes. So half year only for 6 months. Every 6 months interest should be calculated and that becomes as the principal for the next half year. Right. So based on this question, first half year. So 1 year, right? So total 2 half years. So in solution for first half year, we calculate. For the first half year, according to the given data, P is equals to 8,000. It's given. And rate of interest is 10% is mentioned per annum. Always rate of interest is per annum. And time should take only half year. So out of total 1 year, no, first half year. So 1 by 2. Right. So now interest will calculate. So interest is equal to PRT by 100. P into R into T by 100. Same formula for interest you apply. So in this question, 8,000 into 10 into 1 by 2 divided by 100. Yes. So that is 100 times 80. 80 into 10 into 1 by 2. 80 into 10. So 800 and divide by 2. So 400. 400 rupees is the interest, right? Up to this. Now you can find out the amount. So amount is equals to principal plus interest. So principal in this case is 8,000 plus interest is 400. So 8,400 is the amount, right? Now for the second half year, total 1 year. So first half year and second half year. Second half year. Now in this second half year, important thing is first year or first half year amount becomes next half year principal. So 8,400, no? So P is equals to 8,400. This is only the difference, remaining all as usual. Again, R is equals to 10%. Same way, time is equals to second half year. Same 1 by 2 year. First 1 by 2 and second 1 by 2. Total 1 year. Just calculate the same process. That means principal, rate and time we got. So calculate the interest now. Interest formula is same. That is PRT by 100. So 8,400 into 10 into 1 by 2 by 100. This you can calculate. So zeros, 84 into 10 into 1 by 2. 2 ones are 2, 5. 84 into 5. 420. 420 is the interest for the second year. Now calculate this amount. So amount is equals to P plus I, principal plus interest. Principal is same case. Second half year principal is 8,400. 8,400 plus interest we got 420. Right. So you can add this the total amount. 8,400 plus 420 is 8,820. This we got. So total 1 year. If it is 1.5 year, take one more half year. They mention only 1 year total. That means only 2 half years. So after getting, we can find the final. So therefore, required, the last step, the amount itself, the required amount. So required amount as per the question, that is rupees 8,820, and required compound interest. Compound interest always is equal to final amount 8,820 minus original principal, that is 8,000 in the given question. So rupees 820 is the compound interest. So final case amount minus starting principal is the compound interest. Final amount minus original principal is the compound interest. So it is this actually based on the simple interest method. Without using any formulas, we can do this process. Like previous one, we did half annually, no, half yearly, even quarterly also. Same process will apply. But instead of this lengthy way, how to use the formulas directly to find out the compound interest, half yearly, annually. So when these different rate of interest are given, let us see. Compound interest by using the formula. So how to calculate the compound interest? Three formulas I'll explain. So before solving the problems, we can, by using the formulas, we can solve directly. So instead of using the simple interest method, we'll use the formulas directly, right? Let A be the amount of rupees P. Okay, so A is the amount, P is the principal, and R is the rate of interest. That means to find out the amount, P into 1 plus R by 100 all to the power N. Here is N is number of years. N is the number of years. R is rate of interest. P is the principal. Then amount will get this one. And one more formula, compounded half yearly. So this is compounded annually. Compounded half yearly, right? So same formula if you observe, A is equals to P into 1 plus rate of interest should be half. So in the place of R, we can write R by 2. Again, by 100 is there. That means you can 100 into 2, 200. Just remember. All to the power and number of years. So number of times, n is the number of years. If it is half year, it should be multiplied with 2. N into 2. For example, if it is 3 years, so 3 to the 6 half years will come. So that's why this is a half yearly. If it is half yearly, to calculate the amount, you can use this formula. Same R is rate of interest, but in formula will come R by 2 into 1 by 100, R by 200. And next one, and if it is the rate of interest is different year to year, then A is equals to P into same 1 plus R1 by 100. So take the different rates, R1 by 100, this is for first year. Next year again rate of interest is changed, it's R2. Third year is rate of interest is different, R3, and so on. How many years rate of interest is different, that many times you can keep, right? This is the successive rate of interest, every year to year is different, right? So these formulas, let me show you how to use in this problem. Now this is the question. Find the amount and compound interest on rupees 16,000. So P is equals to rupees 16,000, 3 years, N is equals to 3 years at the rate of 10% per annum. Not of taking year to year, directly we can apply the formula. In this case, amount is equals to formula P into 1 plus R by 100 all to the power N, right? Just you can apply the value. So RP value is 16,000, 1 plus rate of interest is 10. 10 by 100 all to the power 3. N is number of years. So 3 times the interest should be repeated. We can simplify this. 16,000 times 1 plus 10 by 100. So 0, 0 cancel. 1 plus 1 by 10. So 11 by 10. 11 by 10 is 3 times. Power 3, right? So 3 times. Cancel this zeros. 16 into 11 into 11 into 11. So you'll get the answer. So rupees 121 into 11 into 16. If you multiply 21,296. This is the amount value. Next, compound interest. So we know that compound interest is equals to amount minus principal. So here is amount is 21,296. Principal is the given value, that is 16,000. So 21,296 minus 16,000, 5,296. So is the compound interest when it is compounded annually. Okay, this is the formula. Next, let us take one more sum. Compounded half yearly. Find the amount and compound interest on rupees 8,000 in 1.5 year at 10% per annum compounded half yearly. Same, the given data you take first. That is P is rupees 8,000. Yeah, 8,000 and N is equals to 1.5 year. 1 by 2 years. Convert into mixed fraction. 2 ones are 2 plus 1. So 3 by 2 years. In the place of N, we write 3 by 2. Then R is equals to 10%. Compounded half yearly here. So the formula is A is equals to P into 1 plus R by 2 into 100 all to the power 2n. N into 2 or 2 into n. Yes, just you can apply this. R by 2 into 100 it is because of compounded half yearly. Now 8,000 1 plus R value same 10 by 2 into 100 all to the power 2 into n. N is always number of years only, 3 by 2. But when you calculate next step, 2 to cancel, no, 3 will come because in 1.5 year there are the 3 half years. So it will be come in the calculation directly. So 8,000 times, cancel this 1 by 20. So 21 by 20. Simplify. And this 2 to get cancelled, all to the power 3. So 8,000 into 21 by 20 into 21 by 20 into 21 by 20. Calculate this. 20 into 20. 8,000. 3 zeros and 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8. Directly cancel. Next 21 times 21 times 21. You just multiply, you get 9,261. Okay, so this is the amount. Then same formula. Compound interest is equal to A minus B, right? So 9,261 minus 8,000. That is rupees 1,261. So by using simple interest method, every year you have to calculate it as we did the previous topic. So by using formula, you'll get direct answers, right? And one more question: when it is the rate of interest is different year to year. Okay, see this problem. Find the amount and compound interest on 12,000 in 3 years. When the rates of interest for successive years are 10%, 12%, 15%. So first year is 10% rate of interest, second year is 12, third year is 15. So is the P value is rupees 12,000 and 3 years total. But rate of interest is R1 is 10% and R2. For second year is 12% and R3 is equals to 15%. Yes. So if you use the formula, then A is equals to P into 1 plus, for the first year R1 by 100. So all to the power 1, no need of writing because it's the first year. Again for second year 1 plus R2 by 100. Again 1 plus R3 by 100. If this is the formula for 3 successive years, because for 3 years it is total. So no need of taking the power. Directly can apply. P value is 12,000. Simplifying this 1 plus. So R1 is 10. 10 by 100 into 1 plus. Next 12 by 100 times 1 plus 15 by 100. Yes. you can calculate by doing LCM. So 12,000 times 1 plus 10 by 100. So 110 by 100 into this is 112 by 100 times 115 by 100. Right. So just to calculate this one by one, only based on simplification. 0, 0 cancel this, and this 4 table. So 25 and 28. This is 5 table, 20 and 23. Then more we can cancel. And here 0, 0 cancel. Next this 0, 122. So 2 times 60. Again 5 table. 5 so again 5, 12. So by multiplying this 12 into 11 into 28 into 23 divided by 5. Do complete calculation, you get 17,000 approximately. So 17,001.60 rupees and paisa. Based on this, you can find out the compound interest. So then compound interest is this is the amount. Compound interest is amount minus P. 17,000 1.60 minus the principal amount is 12,000. Just calculate this rupees 5,001. So approximately rupees 5,000. So accurate answer you can find out by only this calculation is important. Right. So these are the main important formulas in this component of yearly, annually, and for the 3 or 2 more than 1 successive years. So based on this we can solve these problems, right? And watching the first time our channel, you can subscribe to it because you can follow it, the content in order. So series wise you can follow to learn each and everything.